Hi everyone, happy Thursday. I feel I want to share a little bit what has been energetically happening with a lot of my clients at the moment, and I feel that this is a thing that is in the general consciousness right now at this time of evolution of human consciousness and earth consciousness as well, all kinds of consciousnesses. So there is something happening right now, and some of you might already feel it, and something wants to bubble up, and this is in general consciousness of humanity. You will see it in politics, you will see it in our life and our surroundings, and it's also happening within. And as I always keep saying, the most important thing is not to just focus on the outside and shake your fingers and blame and all that. The most important thing is that we do our inner work, because it's just simply like this. If every human being does this inner work and allows old stories, old trauma to bubble up, and if every human being released this within themselves, that then the healing is guaranteed of the human consciousness in general. The rising of the human consciousness is guaranteed, and the healing of humans. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the trap that we sometimes fall into when we are on this healing journey. I sense there's a little bit of like spiritual bypassing happening as well these days. So where we are not addressing the pain and this and the imprints in our bodies and our cells and our hearts, where we are not, addressing them and just, oh no, let's just be this awakened being and just connect to the light, connect to the love, and forget about, let's just forget about our trauma, let's just move on. And I deeply understand where that's coming from, and there's some truth to not in not wallowing in the past and not wallowing in pain. Yet in order for us to really release old trauma and old imprints, emotional imprints that we are carrying, in order to not re-manifest the same story over and over again and moving in loops, we need to look. We need to turn towards the pain instead of away from it. That has been our program. If there's any discomfort, if there's any pain, any emotions, just turn away, go the other way, or hide, or pretend you didn't hear it, or whatever is happening. And whatever the program that has been brought down in your family has been, hiding, freezing, reacting, shouting, whatever, if deep issues are addressed. So, and emotions are being expressed. It is so important at these times to really hold our own emotions and hold the other's emotion and be present for the other's emotions as well. To not, there's also the other spiritual bypassing is to say, oh, your emotions, that's just your stuff. And I just concentrate on my stuff, you concentrate on your stuff. This is completely ignoring the fact that every human being we attract into our life is showing us something. We attract them into our life for a reason. every being in general, not just human beings actually. And this is where we enter the realms also of shamanism, to really acknowledge nature, animals, all beings and humans, acknowledge their presence in our life and deeply recognize they are there for a reason. And if they feel uncomfortable right now, and if they're triggering something in us, it's not because they are bad. It is because they're triggering something within us that we haven't turned towards to yet. They are triggering something that we haven't seen yet within us, and haven't seen, heard, felt, and embraced yet within us. And this is where we come to forgiveness. We are not likely to how do I say this, to complete our inner healing, and therefore I feel that is the main purpose of us being here, and that we all have responsibility to turn towards whatever is there that hasn't been seen, the shame, guilt, suffering, grief that hasn't been seen yet, that hasn't been felt yet, that hasn't been heard yet. It is our responsibility to feel our own, to return towards, and to hold space, be present for others, and to not judge others or ourselves. For that, we need to be really aware of our voice, our inner voice. What is that voice telling us? That voice is again a program from childhood, maybe from other relationships that we had, romantic relationships or whatever, where we have taken on a certain program of judgment. So if they couldn't be there for us, then there must be something wrong with me. And if they couldn't be, if they were turning away from us because we were speaking our truth or we were sharing our emotions, there must be something wrong with me. And this is an old human program that it is that now has the opportunity to be released through our inner work. To really deeply feel the other. So the ones who have passed down this program to us, what have they been through? What is the trauma that has been passed down in the ancestral line with their parents and their grandparents and their great-grandparents? And to really understand, this is a program. It is just a program. It doesn't mean we spiritually bypass and just say, oh, that's just a program, just forget about it. It's just like we really need to turn towards ourselves and to communicate to ourselves and that inner child. Really allow, speak to that inner child of ours. It's okay now. I've got you. I've got you. This program, I see now, it's not serving. And I now have got you. So I could show you something. I've got this beautiful bolster here. So this is more like a, that's probably like a 3-year-old, 4-year-old cushion. But we start with a baby, really. So let me see, have I got anything here? I mean, the 3-year-old and the 4-year-old they also have, there's something might have happened in your life. There's very often around 5 years something has happened. Then take a big cushion and hold it, and hold that child. And here, this is more the size of like a baby size. And how did you feel as a baby? Were you held? Did your mother turn towards you when you were crying? Did you feel safe? Did you feel heard as a baby? And very often, my parents at that time, there was this policy of letting your child cry, so that it's not overfeeding or something like that. So you just ignore the baby crying, so that it gets a rhythm of sleep. And I have to say now, after having had many clients, this is one of the old programs that you get. It's like an emotional imprint of feeling utterly alone. This is where a lot of anxiety still comes from, because that imprint hasn't been released. And very often, being a doula, I am very connected to baby stuff, and to I can feel it really quickly. Even before birth, what was the energy? Everything is energy. The moment you are anchored, the heart is beating of a fetus, the heart is beating, and you have, that's when you are anchored, there's like a little line, anchoring, connection of the soul into the heart. You still feel everything that's going around, everything that's going on around your mother and yourself. So what are the imprints of that time? We didn't have a cortex that time, so we can't access it through thinking. We can only access it through feeling. And often clients of mine would come with anxiety, and I have no idea why, but they would wake up in the middle of the night and feel utterly alone. And I invite you to really take this baby of yours, or if it was even before birth, even feel yourself in your tummy, and allow that this inner baby to relax in your arms. Breathe together with it and say, and tell it, I'm here now. I'm here now, and I've got you. It is very profound what can happen, and even just this it's a very, very profound healing that can happen. And yeah, of course, there are other ages as well, and you might have, at the time of 5, you've got a cortex already. I mean, a more, it starts before that you have a cortex, but a more sophisticated one. So you can even remember moments then. Same thing, you take the bigger bolster and do the same, like deep, what would you have needed at the time? Somebody to just hold you so that you can just cry and just be present with you, and that you can express your emotions, that you're not being told off for being angry, you're not being told off of crying. No, you are held. You can have emotions, you can cry, you can be angry, it's okay, I still love you, I've got you. All those suppressed tantrums they would have had, they are highly disempowering. It means I don't have any say, nobody's hearing me anyway. This is the energy that a lot of us would have grown up with. And if you want any more advice or help, I mean, I do this work where I hold, I hold the hands of people, not literally, but I'm being present with people, making those connections. Just contact me here. Just get my email, telephone number, and look on my website, www.souldoula.me, and just connect with me. This is what I do, and I am so grateful for this work. It is fascinating and so beautiful to watch people take back their power, take back their intuition, their love, their trust, their light. It is fascinating how powerful this work is. Yeah, so this is, I wanted to talk about something completely different, so that will have to be the next video. But this is also how it works. The energy just shows you what to speak about in the moment, and I trust it. So this is my message for today, and the other thing I wanted to say will come another day. So much love from my heart, and yeah, hold your little one.